Got meat riders. This guy right here gives a brilliant breakdown. I'm gonna let him cook.
Cool. But it's a these niggas. I'll never respect Kendrick Lamar. Now he's been a lame ass nigga to me. Always has been. This
There
whole
you.
black savior gimmick, I've seen it too many times to know these niggas don't practice what they preach. Let's start from the top. Kendrick's a new artist. Drake puts him on his first tour. Cool. But it's a fact that there was a one-sided beef on Kendrick's side that Drake didn't know about. This is the thing about lame niggas. They'll have beef with you and you will never know it. Drake asked Kendrick to be on first-person shooter. That's how you know the beef was one-sided. Kendrick is here plotting on Drake's downfall. Drake's not even thinking about him. Fast forward to the Grammys. Kendrick won more Grammys in one night than Drake has won in his whole career. Does that sound like a coincidence to you? I love the beef. That shit was entertaining. Great songs, great music. I loved it. Not Like Us was a great song. Was it Grammy worthy? I don't think so. I've never put any value into the Grammys because I already know how it goes. Ever since Macklemore won, I already knew they give it to who they want to give it to. They don't give it to who deserves it.
Devotees will remember that Kendrick put out what was arguably. I'm gonna tell you something. One of the reasons why Kendrick is seeing how he is seen is because of his timing. It's always been kind of because of Drake, because he was like the opposite of Drake. He had some elements of Drake. Because when we first came in, their vocal like pitch was very similar. So that's why when Kendrick is on Buried Alive, when I was like 25 when this came out, 24, 25, no 24, and I was turned 24. And I remember when this song came out, I was listening to it, and I didn't know it was Kendrick Lamar. I just knew of Kendrick Lamar. I never actually clicked the songs because I would see him on nowright.com and I'll see him talk about him on Complex. But a lot of people, because again, this is how it works. And I was telling my boy about this, how like, yo, you need to be posting across all social media. It doesn't matter if people click the post. It's them. You getting the impressions where people are seeing that you're posting and seeing that you have a channel or a song or a brand or whatever it is. Keep promoting, no matter what. Keep promoting them. It's all free promotion, right? But what's going to happen is at some point you may have something they're interested in, and then they're going to finally click because they're familiar with you. So now I went and checked it out. I thought the verse was so ill, it was so different. It was like he was rapping backwards. It was like he was rapping to the beat back. It was a very interesting way of rapping to the beat. So I should have known back then this nigga is nuts. But pause. But it was a very, very, very dope song. You know what I'm saying? And still to this day, I think that's probably one of the best eras of Kendrick, because I think he was rapping the most like himself. You know what I mean? But anyway, I didn't know it was him right away because they had the same kind of vocal tone. And what he was saying wasn't that far off because you know what? It was more storytelling. It was more straight to the point. That's why I felt more like this may be Drake rapping. Then I found, oh, that's Kendrick Lamar. Shout out to Kendrick. So after that, that's when I went and heard Section 80. And I was really impressed with Section 80. And it was more enjoyable because it was more like, it's like it flowed more like music. How good music normally flows. It's not this person trying too hard to challenge your ears. I feel like K-Dot has conditioned you. Like from Good Kid, Mad City, even though I like the album, but the song, all the songs had to grow on me. Like Money Trees had to grow on me. Maybe because I didn't hear it like loud in the car. I'm not saying it's whack or nothing like that. But most of those draws, like it wasn't, because it was nothing like Section 80. You know what I mean? It just wasn't what I was expecting. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to say it's whack. It's just that was the beginning of like him making you appreciate when he does songs you don't like, or make you kind of give shit a chance. Kind of like with Nas. Nas is still giving a lot of credit despite having not having the best catalog. He's a great rapper. He does have great songs, but like up until recently, I'm saying, and I've heard great things about these King Disease albums. But again, like everyone else, you're not exempt. You sound the best over good production. But anyway, let me let old boy cook.
At the Grammys, when they played Not Like Us and the crowd was screaming A minor, there's a lot of open cases screaming A minor in that crowd. Now, you can't convince me Drake's a PDF. Is he a weird guy? Sure. But PDF? No. You don't go from Joni Blaze and Rihanna to kids. Like, it just don't make sense. These rappers that he's beefing with was because...
That's a really great point. This nigga done had Rihanna, Johnny, some really beautiful women. For y'all to say that it makes sense for a guy on the top of the world. First of all, by this point, women will lie to put a case on you. Why wouldn't it be a case on him? Drake don't got no cases with no families trying to get money from him for kids he touched. Not even someone coming out lying about the shit. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, you know, I also realized too, people had to justify in their mind why all this is good. And why was that people in their mind, they're making this seem like a political cause and a righteous cause. When what it's really about is that you're not as successful as this guy and you represent the underdog, and this is a big moment for you. Whereas if it was Drake, it would be another day at the office. If it was Drake performing at the Super Bowl, it wouldn't be a big deal because you'll be thinking that makes sense. But that's a part of being great. When you are truly great, the people around you, that's a consequence. That's why you have to always point your stats out and make people be grateful. When men have to demand gratitude and demand respect and demand gratitude and demand respect, because if you don't do that, if you don't have that kind of demeanor about you, people they ain't gonna give it up to you, and they're gonna think it's okay not to give it up to you, especially for black men. So we're gonna let him I'm gonna be right back. All right, take a quick break. I'm gonna let him finish his cook. All right, we back, man. We let him finish his cook. Then we're gonna get into the live reaction.
He fucked their girls. And you gonna try to convince me that he's a PDF? Yeah, no, I don't think so.
My bad. My bad, y'all.
I'm perfectly fine with that though. All's fair in love and war. My problem with Kendrick is he's putting himself as this anti-industry black savior that he's really not. The industry wants to take down Drake because they made him too big to where he has leverage to sit at tables that he wasn't supposed to be able to sit at. The labels don't want you to get so big that you could actually sue them. The labels don't want you to get so big that you could actually have leverage when it comes to talking to them. Kendrick Lamar is a tool and a hypocrite because you're trying to be anti-industry, yet you're rubbing shoulders with Lucien Grange. If you ask Kendrick Lamar what his best song was, what his best body of work was, he would never say Not Like Us. You're riding the coattails of another man to get 5 Grammys. As an artist, how are you going to feel?
Yeah, that's real talk. That gotta hurt. It's very hard. First of all, niggas that think they nice, I'm gonna let you in because I'm nice. Niggas that think they nice at rap and hate the idea, maybe you shouldn't, but they may hate the idea. And also, he a little guy, right? So he already has like the short man complex because the overperforming that we love him for come from nigga being short. So I'm never mad at that, you know what I mean? But it comes from that, right? So gotta realize that a lot of men don't understand that men have to solve their own problems. So when you solving a man's problems, it doesn't always make him love you and respect you. All right. That only can happen if he's been taught gratitude. That's what I'm saying. Like, well, my brothers, everyone around me, not that I've forced them to be grateful, but I always point out to him what don't gotta be and how things are and what things have changed around him. You know what I mean? So that he has an awareness of what he should be appreciative of. You know what I mean? But the modern woman is naturally a narcissist just by way of societal norms. If no one really holds you accountable in a way that really matters, what you develop into is a person that whom you cannot get on criticism, the person that you cannot resolve conflict with, and someone who's not trying to get better. Okay, someone wrote my comment section. I can't take a critique. It ain't about that, my G. It's just that I'm nice, nigga. I get to talk like that. You ain't got to watch me, my dude. But anyway, I got this joint, and I'm going to play something else before we get into these live tweets that I've come across for this shit, man.
Knowing that you got awarded because they didn't like a nigga. The enemy of your enemy is your friend until your enemy's gone. The beat's over. GNX came and went. What now, Kendrick? Because Future and Kanye and Metro and all of them could call Drake when they need a hit. There's a reason why Future was mad when Drake did a project with 21 and not him. What happens when you can't replace the stimulus package that they destroyed? I don't see as a man how you could get up there and accept 5 Grammys that you got that has Drake's name in it. Drake's name is in that song. The decade of work that you put out wasn't Grammy worthy.
Word.
But this song that you had, this and Drake was Grammy worthy. Okay, keep telling yourself that.
They gave you the Congressional Medal of Honor. They gave you the goddamn Congressional Medal of Honor. And yeah, man, we'll get to the live reaction, man. But let's go ahead and play this one last joint before. All right, check it out, man. Let them cook, man. Let me scroll up.
Since the beginning of hip hop. So I know people not gonna like this video, but hip hop's been around for over 50 years now.
That's a fact.
And during that entire period, there have been many diss songs put out. And you mean to tell me, out of all the diss songs that have been put out since the beginning of hip hop, you mean to tell me that Kendrick's Not Like Us is the only one worthy of a Grammy? Not only one Grammy, 5 Grammys.
5 of them things, boy. You know what's funny too is that, yo, people know that. That's not a thing, man. That's not a thing. The world is bigger than black folks. Okay, and I'm about to show y'all that crowd in a little bit.
Make it make sense, man. This is nothing but a conspiracy. It's not a coincidence. They're trying to take down Drake by elevating Kendrick Lamar, by elevating a song that's accusing somebody of being a P word. A song that is questioning somebody's blackness. This is what they want to celebrate. And then you got the Super Bowl performance. All of this stuff is by design, man. Drake has filed this lawsuit against UMG, and they are literally, the industry has lined up against Drake, and they're trying to shut him down. That's it. Because it's not a coincidence that Kendrick Lamar happens to sweep all these Grammys for this little whack-ass diss song. And I know people gonna hate on me, but that, to me, that song is corny as hell, man. A minor. I don't know why y'all love that whack-ass song so much. And Kendrick is a great artist. I like a lot of his songs. I mean, it's just a shame that his biggest hit song is based on Drake. Is, based on Drake, man. He got songs that have power. Kendrick has songs that have powerful social commentary and all that. But as far as I know, none of those songs received the kind of attention, the kind of awarding and validation that this particular song it has. And I don't think that's a coincidence. I don't think it's a coincidence at all. And it's just odd that the man that presents himself as like the underdog and the man that's all about the culture is so thoroughly supported and propped up by the industry. And we know who runs the industry, and it's not black folk.
And I'm building that a little bit more too. The fact that the song is about how basically white people are bad. White people being in the culture is bad. So by you being half white, you are a white person to us now. I've changed the rules of blackness. All right. F all that. You are now a nigga. We claim Tiger Woods. We claim Mariah Carey. You ain't never had a problem saying Mariah. Y'all niggas said Kamala Harris is the black. Bro got up there drunk talking about you trying to be the president. Could even come with a guy. They didn't have a damn speech. Yo, I'm hearing. I even heard the whole. I heard some of it. They had to leak the full interview that she did, and it's so bad. And they had to leak it because it was illegal that for them to be having a presidential election and for you to not basically put. I guess in so many words, but as though it was an election, it was illegal to not put out the actual interview, and for them to edit the interview to basically. To make her look good, and I guess that was supposed to jade voters, and that's not, they have to put it out because there's different rules on the election. I could be wrong, but I think because it's an election and people are watching this stuff, it can sway people. So they have to have certain caveats and certain information, and people have to be presented with all the facts you know, to be held accountable. All right. But let's get into what actually happened. And I'm also gonna say one more thing too about so listen, I'm entertained by seeing Serena Williams crip walk. You being a woman in her 40s, somewhere crip walking. But let's go ahead and think about what that means. I don't want to hear no culture shit. Gang culture has been the main cancer of the black community from its inception. It has never helped us. Okay. Maybe the first year the Crips will do their thing, but after that, all right. Gang culture has made black communities more unsafe for little boys and girls, especially little boys, more than anything else. And especially, you gotta think about what the hell that's about, right? If you're not in the gang, you have to worry. From what I understand, if you're not in the gang, especially in LA, you cannot wear certain colors because for the most part, rather than being productive and trying to build themselves up and shit like that, it's literally a group of people who literally just do things that will make them wind up either being nothing and wind up in jail or wind up dead. It's literally just this a whole, like, how can I say? It's like poisoning yourself. It's like handicapping yourself, but somehow making it honorable, right? But gang activity